Hello and welcome to the Microsoft Mega Byte for April 16th, 2020. I'm Brian Gavados, and today I'm thrilled to say that I'll be speaking with none other than the North America lead for consumer channel sales and marketing, Alisa Arner. Look, I don't know what they said to trick someone that important to stop by our humble show, but boy, oh boy, I'm grateful they did. So here we go. Okay, so we are here now with Alisa Arner, and this is a big get for us here at the Mega Byte. Well, it's only like our fifth episode. So thank you so much for joining us, Alisa. If you wouldn't mind giving a brief introduction, who you are, what's your role at Microsoft?
Sure. First, thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here and that I have an opportunity to chat with everybody out in the field. So thank you. I appreciate the invitation. I have responsibility for all of the consumer channel for North America. So all of our major market makers, Best Buy, Walmart, Costco, anyone who sells a consumer Microsoft product, I have responsibility for, as well as all of the field team out there and how they're interacting with our partners on a daily basis.
That's a really broad scope. So I'm curious, what kind of background led you to this role?
Great question. I'm fairly new to Microsoft. I will be here 2 years in September. Previously to that, I was with T-Mobile for 10 years, and the foundation of my career has been spent in technology, software, and telco. From a point of interest, and I'll be really honest, Satya Nadella and the way that he leads an organization and some of the bigger things that Microsoft was doing in the world, quite honestly, had always interested me. And I had an opportunity to come in and interview for this position, and I just became even larger fan of the company and what we were doing, and I made the decision to join.
Alisa, can I ask you to say a little bit more about that? Because that is interesting. We do hear from various leaders about the sort of cultural attraction that Microsoft can have. What kind of elements of the culture of Microsoft really attracted you to it?
I will say this about Microsoft, and I've worked for many large companies in my career. The value-driven culture here is just so important to everyone. I mean, everyone from Satya himself down through the organization, we talk about the values. Our value system here about treating people with respect, integrity, accountability are really something that we lean into. And for me, that aligned with how I love to lead within an organization, as well as I think have the opportunity to develop my leadership team and then leaders throughout all of Microsoft, hopefully.
That's excellent. And that does echo a lot of what we've heard from other leaders. It is really nice for the field team to hear these sort of recurring themes being echoed from so many of their leaders. This podcast and our training team that I represent, that I work with all the time, is focused on retail primarily. Some commercial, some small business, but mostly retail and the consumer side. So I'm interested about your perspective on the Microsoft field labor teams. And what are you seeing right now? And we should say that obviously we're recording this in early April. So this is an interesting time for anyone who's working in the field. But taking a step back from the temporary time that we find ourselves in, what kind of things do you see from the Microsoft field labor team that excites you or interests you right now?
Yeah, it is an interesting time, isn't it? I love when I have an opportunity to get out into the field and visit with the teams. What I notice is the engagement and the passion around making sure that our partners are super successful and that our consumers and our customers are happy. The ownership and accountability that this team has of their success has always impressed me. And honestly, what I see in the field is that there is this incredible hunger to learn and to grow and to develop. I would say when I'm out, and I have the privilege of being out in the field, I wish I could be there all the time. I would say that that role, taking care of our customers and taking care of our partners with a direct relationship every single day, is one of the most important roles in the company. The feedback and the view that they have into not only our products and services, but also what our customers are telling them is so critically important for us to have that feedback. And quite frankly, we get better when we get that feedback.
Yeah. I often reflect on the ecosystem that each one of our field teams is representing. You have gaming, you have Microsoft Office, you have a Windows platform, you have devices like Surface, you have mobile devices, you have Outlook, you have Teams. I mean, I can't think of another ecosystem that is so vast in terms of lifestyle, in terms of implementation, in terms of use case scenarios. And so I completely agree with you that the challenges our field team takes with the positivity that they embody while understanding all these different elements and making sure to send cohesive message to our customers is sometimes quite literally breathtaking.
I would agree. They are the most knowledgeable in the field. We actually have an opportunity to do a holiday tour with some of the senior leaders within the organization, and our field teams represent so well. It is unbelievable. They go back and educate our C-level leaders on what the consumer is telling us they need and what the partner is telling us they need. They actually influence change at that level. And to me, that's fabulous. And I'm just so incredibly grateful for the job that they do every day.
I want everyone listening right now to really take stock of this. We hear it from our, direct managers, direct supervisors, and our peers all the time that our feedback can make an impact and make a difference. But you're hearing this time and time again, and especially from someone like Alisa, it's so critical to really believe that your feedback and your input makes tangible, actionable changes, because it does. It really does.
Absolutely. Obviously, we are in a spot right now where most doors are closed and people aren't getting out and heading into the stores. What I have found so incredibly impressive is that we have our field teams now taking calls from customers, helping man chat services for online sales. And right now, about 80% of our field team is engaged in some of that work. So what I found so amazing is that, hey, everyone's working from home. That may be a direct impact to what you do on a daily basis, but the outpouring of how do I still help? How do I get involved? How do I still help our customers and help Microsoft was incredible. And we get to leverage the vast knowledge that you just spoke about across our entire organization and help engineering, help online stores, help physical stores with small business sales. Those are the types of things that we're doing right now. So I wanted to just take a moment and say thank you to the team, because that to me talks about the values that I just mentioned around how we live our life here at Microsoft.
You mentioned that you recently did some site visits across the country, I know. And I will say before I ask this question that the field team who listens to this are very open to real feedback. Any opportunities that you think were observed? If you could have a one-on-one conversation with every retail pro out there representing Microsoft in some way, what would be a major point you'd love everyone to understand? Whether it be a simple growth opportunity or a common thing that is missed that you wish wasn't missed, or anything that you think would help elevate performance that you see as a broad issue.
Yeah, I may answer this question a little bit differently than you're expecting. I would say to everybody, if I had an opportunity to sit down with anyone in our field team, I would say to use your voice. I would say to tell the organization how we can get better. You bring it to life. And sometimes we may think we have all the great ideas. And by the time it gets to execution at the store level, things aren't perfect. Tell us. What I find so incredibly rewarding about this team is that they will make anything work. They will get out there and they will make it work. I challenge the organization in my role, and I have the opportunity to do that, is to let's get it right. So not only can we execute effectively when it gets down to our customer and it gets down to our retailer, and we make it easier for everyone to do the work that they do every day. So I would say, use your voice. Tell us if something isn't resonating with the customer or the execution could have been done a little bit differently to make it easier for our customers and for them. Please use your voice and let us know.
Okay. And then finally, we touched on this briefly, but we are in this unique period right now where people are spending time growing and developing their skills in ways that they perhaps didn't have the resources to when they were in store in the field every day. So I'm curious right now, what's your perspective on how best to prepare so that if you are on the field team, you can be sure to hit the ground running once we've gotten back to normal, once we're all back in the stores?
back to our new normal.
True.
Yeah, back to our new normal. I would say first and foremost, while we're in this time, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones now.
Yeah.
That's really important. So I would just start with that. Second, I would say what we're doing now is we're really trying to anticipate what the customers are going to need when things get back to our new normal. And I would say stay close to that. Our partners are going to need people that are high energy. Our partners are going to need people to come in and really service the customers, but also understand what we've all been through. We will continue to support digitally with digital marketing. We will continue to support driving traffic into the stores. I would say just get ready for that. And also training the people that are in the stores right now. And how do we make sure that ultimately my focus, and I feel really good when we can service our partner very well and we can get our customers what they need. So I would say, get ready. We will open again. We'll be back out there again. And while you're not, educate, learn, and be ready to come back even stronger, even smarter, and more prepared for our new normal that's coming our way.
Alisa Arner, I don't want to embarrass you at all, but we are exceptionally grateful for someone of your position to take the time and to speak so candidly with us. We really appreciate that. And so thanks 1,000 times.
Well, thank you. I appreciate being here. And, thank you for the amazing job that you do every single day. And know that we're here to help you and we're here to always serve you and serve the customer. So please offer as much feedback as you have. And thank you for having me. I've thoroughly enjoyed the time.
Again, our huge thanks to Alisa for her time and her insights. I hope you agree that it's clear she really cares about both the business and the human impact of our roles. So I hope to get the chance to speak with her again after we're all back in stores. But for next week, I'll be wrangling up a gaggle or a flock, maybe it's called a folder of Microsoft trainers to discuss what's new in the world of Windows, Surface, Office, Xbox, and talk about the training materials in development for you to make use of. I hope you'll join us. Until then, stay safe, stay active, keep learning, and I'll talk with you again soon. This has been the Microsoft Mega Byte podcast, a training tool for Microsoft field team members and sales professionals across the country, produced by Microsoft employees.